dolls, it's Theodore here, and I saw these amazing felt trees on Pinterest and I was in love. So when I went to Michael's, I found out that felt is actually 5 for $1. And I figured out how to make these, and the ones I saw on Pinterest actually didn't have as nice of a top as these, so I was very excited. It's a fun holiday craft, and like I say, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel before I start. These are like $2, $3, $5 each. This is just styrofoam, and they come in multiple sizes. There's even one size bigger than this, which is cool. And the cone shape makes it really easy to turn it into a tree. The first thing I'm gonna do is just set the form on a piece of felt and just mark it. And just cut that out. Perfect. The next thing I'm gonna do is just put a little bit of this hot glue. I'm using a mini hot glue gun because I have a small house. You can do this with a big hot glue gun as well. And because I made a few of these, I learned that if you put it on the styrofoam, it melts it really fast. So I decided to put the glue right here on the actual fabric instead. And then you can just pop this right on top. Now, not to waste my 5 for $1 felt, measure about an inch, inch and a half, depending on the size of the tree, and just cut one long strip. And you don't have to be perfect about it. Honestly, the more homespun this looks, the better the end result, I think. When we have our long strip, what I finally figured out how to make this easy is cut it at an angle first, and then match it up on the other side. You just wanna make sure you end up with a point. Use the line of that angle to create your next. That way you don't have to do many cuts, and then you just keep going. I just like to cut them out ahead of time. That way when you get started on making the tree, you can just go ahead and finish it. Now don't cut all your felt because we need one strip for the end. Perfect. This should be plenty for this little tree. So I've got all my triangles ready to go, and I have one strip. Now measure a strip to go around the base. Put glue just on the bottom. We're gluing the fabric again so that we don't melt the styrofoam. Now I like to set it down so that you hide that edge. Now you're probably thinking, well, Theodore, that looks fine, but what about the top? Got you handled. Just cut a few slits at the top, and you can just fold it down and do a glue dot. So anywhere where it pops, you can just cut a strip and do the same thing. The bottom is sealed. Now the top side here is done. And now, tree branches. What I do is I just do a nice little thin strip of glue, and it's important that you don't glue the bottom, because you want it to kind of be 3D. You want to create a really specific shape. So I like them to cross over just about like that, and then you can secure that. And with glue guns, you got to really make sure and keep your work clean, otherwise you'll end up with a mess. Tap that on, and once you get going, it goes really fast. You can sit in your room, watch YouTube, tweet me, all while you're doing a craft. Baxter wanted to help. You almost start the next row by finishing the last row, by just putting one up a little bit, and then that'll start your next session. You get this nice shadow effect. So now when it starts to get mixed up, you make the next row. We're now at the top. What do you think? I love, love, love the shadows and the shape, and it's actually really relaxing to do. This is my kind of craft because it didn't take very long to finish. Now we're right at the top. The thing that I saw in the photo was a flat top, but I liked my trees to have a little bit more of a point. Take another whole piece of felt and wrap it around the base, and at that point mark it. So then from there you can fold that in half and create a diagonal line. Now that you know this will fit and close, you're gonna make the bottom edge jagged. From that point down, create a triangle. Just freehand is fine. And just notch a triangle out. Just gonna glue a line right here on the edge. We've got the notches cut out of the top and we glued it into a little cylinder, a little ice cream cone. And now I'm just gonna line it up. So just pop some glue on the inside, just kind of spin it. And there's your little felt tree. Baxter, are you gonna do your conclusion? We're gonna have double duty. Uh-oh, we're gonna have double babies. My assistants and I have finished the felt trees. I did this one in the burgundy, and the green, and the cream. I think the color story looks really good. They don't weigh anything, they're easy to store. You could also make them as a gift. 5 for $1 felt, a glue gun, some craft scissors, and a little foam core, and you're good to go. I love it. Let me know what you think. Be sure to comment, thumbs up if you like my craft, and be a doll and subscribe. All right, bye.